Glossophobia is a rarely heard word for a very common condition. It means fear of speaking in public and apparently afflicts 75% of us. It can often begin with the experience of being forced to answer a question in front of a class at school. And a charity called Talk the Talk is taking a public speaking and communications masterclass around schools across Wales, Herefordshire and Shropshire to persuade pupils there's nothing to fear about getting on your feet. Emma Jane Kirby watched them in action with a Year 9 group from Builth High School in the heart of rural Wales.
This isn't really my idea of fun.
Excellent. Ollie?
I'm neither nervous nor enthusiastic about public speaking.
Thank you. Great. Billy?
I hate having to do public speaking.
Brilliant. Jodie?
An encouraging start to the day for trainer Richard Hull, whose job it is to convince these reluctant 14-year-olds at Builth High School that public speaking is fun.
I really don't want to be here.
Excellent. Rosie?
Enthusiasm for the moment is largely Richard's, but he's confident that by the end of the day he'll have most of these pupils standing out in front of the class and speaking about subjects that matter to them.
James?
My aim is to get them all, at some point during the day, to stand in front of the room without notes. Part of the workshop is not just about public speaking, it's about confident communication. It's not purely standing in front of a room full of people and giving a speech in a sort of Toastmaster ceremony. It's about understanding that whatever world of work you end up going into, you have to communicate with other people. So if you do become a mechanic, you have to talk to your clients. If you want to be a game designer, then you're going to have to sell those games. Well, how are you going to sell those games if you're not able to communicate?
Richard is employed to give these classes by the charity Talk the Talk. Its director, Rob Hattersley, himself a former head teacher, is concerned that communication skills are overlooked on the school syllabus.
Perhaps speaking and listening is not as prominent in the school curriculum as it should be. It's an absolutely vital life skill for young people, and it's something I think that the school system tends to neglect a little because of the constant pressure from central government for academic attainment, and it's something that we want to redress by giving schools support to get their pupils talking. And the programme is about giving them the confidence to express their views and to be heard.
Is it better to live in the city or the countryside?
Talk the Talk is largely concentrating its work in rural areas, after noticing, says director Rob Hattersley, that children who live far from city streets tend to be less confident than their urban peers.
Pupils from rural backgrounds face very different challenges, including access to services and being able to meet with people and generally socialise. And we do notice the difference in confidence between schools in urban areas where pupils are quite willing to talk often, and from rural areas where they need to be encouraged. They've got the same skills, but they need to be given that boost. Instead of focusing on good speakers and making them better, we now focus very much on less confident pupils from less privileged backgrounds and get them to have the skills they need to succeed in life, because they're the ones that need the support.
Hello, I'm here to talk about Stefan. You might not know much about Stefan.
Hesitant at first, the pupils' confidence as they introduce each other grows quickly.
Good at sport, bit of a ladies' man.
But Head of English Alex Griffith notes that girls take much longer to convince.
Some of the girls very rarely say anything in class. I teach a number of them, and it's very difficult to actually engage them in any kind of discussion. They need to get out of the mindset of making a fool of themselves, and there's definitely a feeling that they may be judged. So to see them stand up in front of their peers is really encouraging.
As the children are given free rein to choose a subject to talk on that interests them, nervous novices quickly become opinionated orators.
You may know I am from the Philippines, but did you know I miss it? I miss the sun, my family, my friends, the beach and a fiesta.
Who knew that Clarice was homesick?
Just imagine yourself. You sit behind the computer, hours on end, searching through Facebook. You don't talk to anyone. You just sit in there.
Had anyone ever heard Ryan's concerns about social media?
In conclusion, I still believe onions are pure evil, even if they have health benefits.
Was anyone aware that Adam can make people laugh? Few here will be jumping to join public speaking competitions, but with the fear factor diminished, most now accept that they too can talk the talk.
I have a problem with my legs. Whenever I speak, they always shake really badly. That carried on the whole way through.
But in general, I did it and I felt a lot better after.
I wasn't very confident with public speaking. I've learnt that it's not as embarrassing as it seems.
I was thinking to myself, like, if they asked me, I wouldn't do it because, yeah, I get scared.
And how do you feel now that you've done it?
Relieved. And in the future, I know I'll be able to do it because I've done it today.